Another formal testimony!
Yay.
In reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward.
Your English is a little off there, dear.
We were the only two people up on that roof deck, dead or alive. I can swear to that.
If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us knew the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it.
If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof?
I think I remember this testimony. I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right. See?
We're innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you are in collusion with one another.
The argument? What? According to investigations by Scotland Yard, the two witnesses share no common dealings. Ha! Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich.
Bless that dude.
Something doesn't feel right here. The trial is going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. Let me go pull up my sound really fast. While it's still doing this cool thing. There we go.
While it's still doing the animation.
Right, so we were the only two people up on that roof deck that are alive. I can sort of that.
Alright, can we... Not this one.
I feel like it's this, like...
Not that one either. This one.
No reason to kill the man, huh?
This one. Press it.
Hold it! So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, Lumen, no! Not once, never!
He never met the man before, he said. Never!
And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either.
That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not.
You see? How many different ways can I put this? Neither of us had the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. Well, well.
Excuse me.
Mr. McGilded?
Yes, counsel, what can I be doing you for?
Did the witness's last statement give you pause for thought somehow?
Not the remotest connection. Is that right now, I wonder?
What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay, it has been too long, so it has.
Huh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date?
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
And an unconscionable rate of interest. You tricked me. It's extortion.
Well, now, was that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another? And young Mr. First? Me, sir. What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? That bit's off that sliding about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm still just an apprentice, you understand. I'm learning to find the perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. The perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch. Customers, such as Thrice-Fired Mason.
Shit.
There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence before, my lord. Oh, this you mean. Would you look at that hat?
Shit.
I can't help thinking that the poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar. What did you say? Oh, that that's one of my hats. Aye, that it is. So it wouldn't seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer I'd wager you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods.
Quarrel.
Oh, no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I rest my case.
Yeah, as well as your head. You little weasel! Ah! He's better at this than I am.
Gosh, Mr. McGilded has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he? Please, don't let the little interruption hold up the proceedings.
Hat hunter. Still on a cheap.
And this one. Press it.
The entire time, you said.
Hold it!
Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm gonna lose my block with you in a minute.
He's going to lose his rag with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Said block. Take a look for yourself. Go on. See? Shut fast now, just like it was on the night.
So it is, of course. A fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still and all.
What?
Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand?
Now you hold on there a minute, sir. The size of the ting means none. None on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane, shall we?
I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shot myself with it as it happened. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First. Why are you confessing to farting on the stand? Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see.
Objection! How the hell do you break wind? Wind isn't physical, it's the air!
Yeah. But just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. I went as red as root, I did. Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh, no, sir. The point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried when I was inside that cabin of shame.
What was that?
Excuse me.
That ain't right.
Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Strahd? Mr. Strahd!
It opens. The skylight. That's what we're talking about, right?
Okay, shit, yo, what? Listen. Please.
All them skylights open dead easy.
Obviously, then you can load that weapon.
That's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke wind, you can't do it from inside, you mug. Oh. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck, one of them drags. And I had a great I had purses coming out my ears. Miss Lestrade, this is not the forum to be eulogizing, I think, on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was I used the skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through.
What?
Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side, so you can't open them from the cabin.
The skylight opens from the roof deck.
Bailiff! Climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims.
See? Wow, Skype
did
delayed
see.
the fuck out of that.
Oh, you didn't even see first say, "Oh my hat,"
I did not.
bruh.
Order, order, order!
Please! Can you?
Did the audio cut out?
No, the audio didn't cut out. The video is lagging a lot. Can you reshare?
Are you shitting me? Here we go. Try this.
Right, so it seems the street girl statement is quite true.
Is that
Okay. Yeah.
better? Okay. I don't believe it. The skylight opens, and from the roof deck.
Mr. Naruhodo, this could be the clue we've been looking for.
Oh my God! Skype is being ass.
Yeah, Skype's not having it right now.
Do you want to restart the call?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. This is so much
Yes,
better.
my lord. So, the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself.
All right, well, you know what to do. All right, look from the outside. Or the inside works too, but...
So the skylight was fastened shut before.
But now the catch has been undone. Now that the catch has been undone, we should be able to open it.
You can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yes, and there's a lamp in the enclosed cabin. So I'm sure the witnesses would have been able to see quite clearly.
That's not good for us.
I think we saw... All right, can we check from the inside?
Yeah, that's maybe what I'm supposed to do now.
All right, let's go in. Oh, let's open the door and go inside.
Oh, the scene of a murder, it's horrible.
All right, let's look up. There it is, on the right side.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it?
Oh my god.
Wide enough to kick someone like you through, certainly, Mr. Naruhodo.
But you Okay. Why someone like me?
Uh-huh. Ugh!
What is it?
Look, just here. Look at this.
That's without question.
It's blood.
Why would there be a bloodstain there?
Surely. It can't be unrelated to the case, can it?
And now we know what to do.
I'm so sure he fell through the skylight. Allow me to show you that he fell through the skylight. This is it, right?
Yes, this is it.
Objection. On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach, and immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today, in this very courtroom. What? That's not a humbug.
Humbug.
You can't possibly have any evidence.
Bitch.
No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do what I tell you. It's impossible.
Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom.
Counsel,
My lord!
I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here.
Oh, fuck, man.
Where exactly within the omnibus is this evidence to which you allude?
I think we have to go inside. Yeah.
You will point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight.
Damn, I wonder. Other side.
Got it.
By Jupiter! Is that
See random words?
blood?
Ow! This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening.
Oh my.
And so it follows that Mr. McGilded, who was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time, cannot possibly be guilty of this crime!
No! Order, order, order!
Whoa!
Whoa.
That pulled it.
But the blood could have been sprayed up there when the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin!
And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight. Sure, that would be very convenient. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But, there's no way to know for certain, is there? If the gem really fell through the skylight, I mean. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? 'Tis all too plain, if you see. Here's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from a fair height right there, so it is.
What? No!
But it can't be. It's all lies!
My fellow jury members, I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence, can't we?
I believe we can, yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom.
So, they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they?
I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it.
Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful pop couldn't have done such a thing.
On three then, everyone. 1, 2,
Objection.
3.
Objection!
There it is.
Yep. Damn, I wonder who.
Chilling performance, Mr. McGilded.
Oh, and what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks?
A bloodstain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed! What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood!
Objection!
I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage! At least, not until this trial began. But
Are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that this stain of blood was...
fabricated, my lord. Yes. And while this court has been in session. What?! My boy got shot again.
What a palaver. I'll say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standard, Lord Van Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilded, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end. Even if it's rolling off the tongue of the raper of the Bailey.
Mr. McGilded, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I am well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. And each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? Suddenly why? When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. tampering with evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir.
Tut tut, Lord Van Zeeks, this will not do to be sure. Will it now, Counsel?
Oh, no!
I think it's fair to say this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. The blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? But you'll all cast your minds back. Is it not true that the omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? How could anyone have possibly put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife saying? Isn't that right now, Counsel?
It's true. The omnibus has been in full view the entire time that court has been in session. No, it hasn't. My learned friend. Here's to hearing your opinion on this matter. In your own words. As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best I can. But still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. There is no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility.
Good gracious! Explain yourself, Counsel.
Waiting for McGilded to go off again.
Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit.
Deceit?
I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gino Lestrade. Bang!
Bang! Whoa,
Oh, what is going on?
Be careful, it's not a whole look on your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus.
Hereby call no into recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke, and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus! That was a 360 point.
Yeah.
Are you wise?
No.
What are you trying to pull? You rotten, feckless gouger!
Feckless gouger?
You're supposed to be defending me! 'Tis a wicked plot! 'Tis a plot to undermine me, so it is!
Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus.
Inconsistencies, such as?
To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, this compartment was full of the driver's items. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. Well, as I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning.
Unfortunately, Lord Van Zeeks, no one is able to corroborate your claims.
That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut.
Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is the result of tampering or not.
Indeed, my lord. No doubt there was not a No doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things.
What do you think
Sorry?
about the omnibus? Is there anything else unusual about the omnibus?
Frankly, I don't remember.
Mm,
Yeah, go ahead. Obviously, we have to push forward as Ace Attorney.
My lord,
Yes, counsel.
there is one further inconsistency. A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial.
Is it the mark on the floor?
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What in the devil's name are you gonna say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you better start watching your back!
Silence, McGilded! The court awaits the defense's clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here?
I shall have to ask you to elaborate, counsel.
And we're inside again.
Where exactly is this alleged mark that you claim appeared at some point during the trial? Is the mark
Blood
on
on the floor. I don't remember that.
If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed. But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom.
Good lord. Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel.
Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine, or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there's at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Yep, there's McGill.
This trial is over.
Mr. McGilded?
I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it's all over now.
But you're the defendant!
'Tis over, I tell you! Memory, recollection, what people think they saw, 'tis all nonsense! Facts are what counts, and the fact is, that bloodstain is there now! And over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all! I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Von Zieks. Well, my lord! I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain in question is very much in existence, and in the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence, I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue.
Your lordship can't be serious.
Lord Van Zieks, what is your position?
The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present.
Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter, I shall proceed to my adjudication. Adjudication, I'm so tired. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first.
What formality?
As things stand at the moment, it would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty.
Yes.
Which would mean we've won.
Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now? With all these unexplained inconsistencies?
Counsel for the defense, your closing statement, please.
Yes, my lord. The defense believes... Damn.
Frankly, I don't think it matters what we say.
I kind of want to go with could be guilty.
Go for it.
Let's go with it.
I am here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence.
What are you saying, man?
Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent.
Good gracious me!
But look at him go.
Order, order! This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. A defense lawyer calling the accused innocent into question. Are you of sound mind? Oh, it was a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer. So it was a grand decision.
What?
I must say, I didn't expect quite such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still. Here, have this for your troubles. The job here is done, fella. And some fine work you've done, so you have.
What do you mean?
'Tis just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly put it afore. Succinctly? Whatever. This trial can't go on anymore. And your closing statement there was, how did he put it now? Nothing more than a formality.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you remember the video that we
pizza
watched? Yeah, the pizza ad, the moment it zoomed in on his mouth.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
I don't really know what to make of all this.
Was the evidence we've seen genuine, or was it fake?
His lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said.
Stinking rich, you're always guilty of something, you... mark my words!
I feel terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely park. Now the proceedings have unfolded in this way. I'm compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. I thank you kindly, my lord.
What was that accent? Beard.
I hereby pronounce the verdict of this court.
But we still haven't determined if the blood stain in the omnibus is genuine or not! We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies! We have no idea about the truth!
Lord Van Zieks,
My lord.
the case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. If indeed the omnibus presented as evidence was tampered with, the prosecution is at fault for allowing such a disgraceful perversion of justice to take place.
My sincerest apologies. Objection! But, wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zieks ordered the evidence to be secured!
I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter.
That's so unfair!
The culpability of the defense has not at the present time been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
What?
Well, Lord Van Zieks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
You mean to tell me this is all but a grand waste of time?
'Tis the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law.
Agnes McGilded.
Good grief! You motor stayed to me, have you?
Just one thing. A warning.
this is far from over.
Well, something to be looking forward to then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Yay.
Yay! Yay!
Shit. Something on my desk fell, sorry.
I can't believe it!
This is an outrage! This should have examined the evidence more!
What are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent.
With the courtroom in pandemonium for the second time that day, the judge delivered his verdict. My first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end. The defendant being found not guilty. Ostensibly, a victory for us. So now we get to be a lawyer. But it
Yeah.
That took 4 hours of in-game time.
Christ.
That certainly was a long trial.
Yes, it was.
Your first ever trial on foreign soil, and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations.
And to you, Mrs. Sutter, thank you for your assistance. I suppose we should be happy. Trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened.
Well, we didn't have enough time.
But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that!
The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. You carried out your duty to perfection. Hi, that you did!
Fucker. Mr. McGill did. And that girl is with him too.
Well, it seems the stories are true.
What stories?
About the 6 enormous fireworks that do be letting off when there's a verdict of not guilty. You must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say?
Yes, definitely.
I know it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. And I've you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I really did anything.
What on earth are you saying, fella? I don't walk out of there a free man, then.
I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your planning.
You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? Must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong! Ah, 'tis water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilded, on having your name cleared.
Nothing's resolved.
There's only one thing that matters to me. They've all seen that I didn't do that odious and abstinent deed.
Hey, can I get my 1,000 guineas now?
Please. 'Tis grand, is it not?
I suppose it is.
Now the fine fellas of Scotland Yard can take matters in their hand. And and sort out any wee details. They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I have absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay.
It's not that funny.
So then, as we agreed a full hand, 1,000 guineas for your troubles, fella.
Woo! Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept that much.
Accept it.
Hello, be worse. You humble people you are, you from the east. Well, if you insist. But have this, still and all, it is ever reward.
Mr. Magnus McGilded!
Oh shit.
Beppo? I'm joking. Everything is ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom.
Into the courtroom?
What's this, officer? 'Tis sooner than I was led to believe.
I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. To the schedule. That's how you say it. Schedule. That's right.
Schedule.
Yeah, British English.
Well, must be making tracks now. It's just time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
I gotta examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. They're going to examine it again. Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now.
Okay.
As an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. 'Tis a gentleman's duty, so it is. So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting you. Hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain.
And there he goes. A free man.
Good riddance.
Hey, Gina.
Gina!
Oh, I forgot she was here too.
Listen. You don't, please.
Don't move!
Ouch.
As I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down?
You're grown up.
Sorry.
I ain't all grown ups.
What the fuck?
Ah, there you are!
Oh my god.
Naughty, naughty, running off like that.
This is some kind of picnic. Who's this little girl now?
And taking that with you as well. I was looking forward to the trial of one of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Huh?
Oh shit.
Oh, do you want to play? You will be me.
Excuse me, but what the fuck is happening? Who are you?
Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine.
The inventor?
Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, white, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself.
Do we have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all?
I just took my eyes off it for a moment once I was changing into a different omnibus and she pinched it.
I'm trying to remember what her voice sounded like.
My name is Iris. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon.
What? I have no idea what this girl is talking about.
Anyway, you're coming with me now, back to my laboratory. What for? To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician. What? You mean, say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before? An adult? Huh, I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way.
Suddenly Burger King.
Oh, good. You see, I knew you want to do the right thing in the end.
I'm fairly sure that what she wants is not to get shot by that massive gun of yours.
I'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye. I'm so sorry for all the fuss.
Okay, bye! She was a lively one.
Zubbo. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, too?
Yes, you're right, but where to?
Oh,
We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner had we arrived in London than we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff.
Oh, her theme is so pretty. I'm just enjoying Susathe's theme, don't mind me. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings.
But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck.
don't worry, though. I have a plan. If worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night.
Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park.
I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through.
I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person solid just as easily as an elderly one.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable.
I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGilded down.
You really shouldn't have.
1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room. Warm room. Or mansion. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead, just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned. The case was far from over.
Ruh-roh, Scoob.
Uh-oh, ruh-roh, Raggy.
What's going on? Get the fire brigade! Red water, quick! What the? How did this happen? I don't know, sir. By the time I got here, it was already engulfed. No one was supposed to be allowed in here before we started investigating. No. Oh, good God. There's someone in there. Oh. Oh. This can't be.
I wonder what that trial's gonna be on. Maybe a murder trial?
Damn, I wonder.
But I guess we'll find out on the next case.
The realm of the Reaper.
Sure, I want to see my progress.
Damn, we ended a lot earlier than I thought we would.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Like, the Adventure of the Cloudy Golgotha, which we will do next time, probably.
Yeah, next time.
Yeah, my voice hurts after doing that, like, yelling as McGundle. Fuck, that was
McGilded.
hard. Oh, McGilded, yeah. I'm not used to these localized names yet.
Alrighty then.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Alrighty, folks. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye bye.
Bye. Oh my god, it was awful. Anyway,
Bye bye.
bye.